Okay, so the iPhone Air is the thinnest iPhone that has ever been made at 5.6 millimeters, and Apple just gave it exactly 4 separate colors. 4, and one of them is literally destroying itself in Apple stores as we speak. I'm not even kidding. Like, these are scratched up demo units from New York to Shanghai, and it's only been a week. Literally, people are saying that the first day, launch day itself, by the time people even got in, there were scratches. But here's the plot twist. The most boring color is also selling out everywhere. And the gold color isn't actually gold. And CNN just called these the La Croix of colors, which is either the best or worst description that I've ever heard. Now, after testing all 4 of these colors and watching the internet absolutely lose its mind, I've got the complete breakdown for you guys. And we'll also rank them as usual. So make sure you guys stick around till the very end. Let's get into this thing. And we're gonna start with the black, okay? The space black, because this is the disaster child this year. And we need to address the elephant in the room, or should I say the scratches in the room. This color is having what we in the tech world call a moment, and not necessarily a good one at that. Within 24 hours of the iPhone Air going on display, the space black demo units worldwide look like they've been through a cheese grater. This is pretty much scratch gate at this point, and it's happening everywhere. But here's the thing about space black though, which really bothers me, is that this color looks absolutely incredible for about 5 minutes. You breathe on it wrong and boom, silver scratch marks everywhere. The polished titanium that's underneath literally shows through every tiny mark, kind of like your phone is keeping a diary of every mistake you've made with it. Now, who should actually get the space black? Look, you're either incredibly brave or you're incredibly foolish. There's no middle ground here. Now, you're the type of person who removes the protective plastic immediately the moment you get a new tech product. You're the type of person who goes caseless on principle, who thinks that screen protectors are for cowards. You probably own a motorcycle and definitely have opinions on leather jackets. Now, this is for people who believe that scars tell a story. You want the Batman phone, the dark, the mysterious and beat up, and you're not afraid of commitment because once you scratch this thing, you're pretty much committed to that scratch forever. Now, if I was to think up a character match for this phone, it's gotta be Batman's iPhone. Like, there's no other way to slice it. This thing is meant to be destroyed. The scratches aren't bugs, they are features. Each and every single scratch on this is basically like a reminder of crime you fought that day. And it's a reminder to you that nothing lasts forever, especially not this pristine space black iPhone. And at the end of the day, it may not be the color we need, but it is definitely the color we deserve. This thing looks absolutely incredible. I just hate that it's so brittle. In terms of pros and cons, look, this phone looks absolutely badass, at least for the first hour. And this also matches your black Apple Watch and any pretty much accessory perfectly. This thing also, for a black phone, is pretty good at hiding fingerprints, although I will say compared to the other phones, you can definitely notice fingerprints the most on this. But usually in my experience, black phones are worse for fingerprints, and this isn't that bad. I don't know if it's the finish or what they've done with this phone, but it's not as bad. Also, I gotta say, this is the most pro looking phone out of the lineup. It just screams pro when you look at it. It also makes you look decisive and bold, especially considering that people might be steering clear from this because of the whole Scratchgate situation. And you're just like, you know what? No, I got this. And it just exudes confidence. Okay, now cons, obviously we've covered them already. This thing will scratch if you even look at it wrong. It shows every imperfection in silver and basically requires a case immediately if you want to keep it in pristine condition. It's got the worst durability of any iPhone color on the board right now. Also, I will say the camera plateau on this is probably the most noticeable compared to the other phones on the table here, because the black on this actually just stands out. Next, let's talk about the sky blue. This is the phone that's causing a bit of stir. Okay, so sky blue, oh boy, this color has started more arguments online than pineapple on pizza. It's simultaneously the reviewers' favorite phone that I've seen across the board. People love this color for some reason, but it is also the source of one of the weirdest debates I've seen about phones. Now, in terms of the color itself, it's not really blue. It's like blue and white had a baby, and that baby was raised by clouds. That's probably the dumbest analogy I could give. Now, some reviewers online are saying that this phone does the best job at basically showing off the Air's thin profile, which I don't know if I personally agree with, because when you look at the actual sides here, it doesn't shine as much as, for example, white. I don't know, the white just shines so much, even the gold as well. This kind of just blends in with the background. It's a little bit darker, so you can't see the thin profile of it as well. And also look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now, just looking at these three colors, guys, like you can barely tell a difference. Like the difference is so minuscule, it's so minute, but nonetheless, who should actually get the sky blue? One, if you're incredibly confident in who you are, like really confident. You don't care about the color stereotypes and whatnot. You just want to have the color that you like, and you happen to like blue. You probably also drive a fun car. Now you appreciate subtlety. You want color, but not color. Now, if I was to give this a character match, this is probably Elsa's iPhone. It's ice blue, it's ethereal, it never bothered you anyway, plus it literally looks like it's made of frozen air. This is a solid colorway. I think it's pretty good. It's different, it's nice, but let's first quickly talk about pros and cons. This is ending up to be a lot of the reviewers' favorite color. I don't know if that matters to you. I don't know if it's my favorite color, but people like it, and it also looks quite unique amongst other iPhones. It photographs beautifully, and it's a great conversation starter, for better or for worse. Now, cons. It can also look white/gray in some lighting, and it's kind of the LaCroix of blue. It's barely there, you barely notice the blue, but you know it's subtly there. Wait, let's talk about Cloud White. Now this is the secret winner, I think, right? The Cloud White is an absolute unit. It's the stealth champion, the color that's not even really white, but everyone's buying it anyway. And here's the truth bomb. This is pretty much silver, okay? Like in previous generations, when Apple would drop a color like this, they would definitely call it silver. I think Apple just went with Cloud White because it just fits the whole narrative of Air, and the company needed a name that kind of reminds you of that this is an iPhone Air. Now, it's either marketing genius or desperation, you decide. But here's the thing, it's also selling out everywhere. This seems to be a very popular color, and it's like a 2 to 3 week wait time if you wanted to go buy this. People around the world are choosing Cloud White over everything else, and I think I know why. It's safe. It's the chicken tenders of iPhone colors, and you know exactly what you're getting with this. So who should actually pick up the Cloud White? Look, you probably make spreadsheets for fun. You've had the same haircut for the past 5 years because it just works. You probably have a favorite restaurant and you order the same thing from there every time you go. You're not boring, you're just convenient. There's a difference. Character match. This is the quintessential Star Trooper phone. It's clean, it's white, it's helpful, and absolutely no surprises in terms of its ability or lack thereof. It's trying to help, but in a sea of white phones, it might just be another white phone. Doesn't really stand out as much. In terms of pros, this thing hides scratches the best out of all the colors. It goes with also literally anything, and I think cases with this and accessories with this look really great. It's also a very timeless color because it's like silverish white, and I think you'll probably get the best resale value out of this. Also, if I gotta say, this might just be the most professional looking phone, and I don't think it's ever gonna go out of style. Cons. It's literally just silver with marketing, okay? There's zero personality with this phone, like it's just another white iPhone. Everyone has one, and it's going to show also probably dirt and grime over time. This also just feels like the default choice. It's boring in a world of boring colors, I guess. Next, let's talk about the light gold iPhone. Look, Apple knew what they were doing here because they knew this was barely gold, which is why they named it light gold, just so that people don't get up in arms and be like, hey, that's not gold. It pretty much looks closer to silver than it does to gold, but I will say there is a slight tinge of gold that I can see. It's very light, as per the name, I guess, implies. This is the color with the best availability right now, which translation is basically saying it's not the most popular color this year thus far. Now, it's like Apple made a gold phone and basically washed it 1,000 times and then said, ship it. Okay, that's what this feels like. But wait, there's a secret here, okay? This might actually be the smartest choice of the bunch, and I'll tell you why later on. But let's first talk about who should actually get the light gold, okay? Now, number one, if you are a contrarian, when everyone zigs, you zag. You're probably the type of person who would invest in Bitcoin in 2012, and if you didn't, you still tell people and everyone that they should have. You see opportunity where others see mediocrity. You appreciate subtlety that's so subtle, it's not almost there. You also are the type of person who can taste the difference between the different bottled waters. You notice things that others don't, like how the gold catches the light in exactly one specific angle and looks amazing. As for character match for this is C3PO's iPhone after he's been through the wash about 50 times. It's technically gold, but still technically fancy, but definitely seen better days. In terms of pros, you're gonna have the best availability. You could probably walk in if you want this color and pick it up. It's also unique without actually trying to look unique, and it actually looks super premium in the right lighting condition. You also probably won't have the same iPhone as everybody else. You can tell it's slightly gold and it will look a little bit different, and it also hides wear and tear pretty well, just like the silver or white iPhone. This, in my opinion, is the sleeper choice of the bunch. Okay, cons. It's barely gold, so if you are looking for like a gold iPhone, maybe this isn't gonna give you full satisfaction. It also has a somewhat weak color identity, but so do all the other lighter colored iPhones this year, so I guess it's not really a con specific to the gold iPhone. And last but not least, it's hard to photograph this and call it gold because people are definitely gonna think it's silver. Now, look, here's what I'll say. Out of all of these colors, I do think that the gold does look a little more premium. At the end of the day, look, these, in my opinion, aren't colors, they are suggestions of colors. They're what colors would be if colors were afraid of commitment. But here's the thing, maybe that was the entire point this year. This is the thinnest iPhone Apple has ever made. It weighs practically nothing. It's called the Air, and maybe putting loud colors on this would be like putting racing stripes on a paper airplane. I don't know. Although these colors are so darn similar, I almost feel like that was the point entirely this year. Now let's do my rankings after actually testing and using all of these. And look, this is probably gonna get pretty controversial because I might not rank these the way that most reviewers are ranking them, because I'm actually seeing and testing all of these, and it's just what feels right to me. Okay, in terms of fourth place, I hate to say this, I'm gonna have to give it to the sky blue. I know you guys are probably gonna be like, Tausif, what on earth? This is the most popular color this year. To me, it feels a little bit like a used white sneaker, okay? Like it's gotten some wear on it. It just looks darker. It's like white, but like dark white. I don't know how to explain it. The sides look good, but it just looks silver from most lighting conditions. And I don't know, it just doesn't feel too spectacular to me personally. So I'm gonna give it fourth place. In third place, I'm gonna go with black. I would love to give the black phone a slightly higher position, but just because of Scratchgate, I gotta rank it a little bit lower. It does go higher than the blue because I just think it looks fantastic. It's probably the best looking iPhone, and if it wasn't for the scratchability of it, I would have gone with black as first place even. Second place, I'm gonna go ahead and give second place to Cloud White. Cloud White gets second place because, look, in my opinion, it's the cleanest looking iPhone this year. I know it's boring, I know it's the usual that we see in terms of phones, but the stark white of it, right, or silver or whatever you want to call it, it just pops. It stands out more, and I feel like all the other colors are not popping as enough, but because it is your quintessential boring white iPhone, I had to give it second place. And first place naturally is, in my opinion, for me, is the light gold, which is like unexpected, I know, because it might not be the most popular choice this year amongst what people are buying, but the entire premise of the iPhone Air in my mind is that it's a premium choice for a phone. It's not gonna be like the obvious choice, because the obvious choice is the iPhone 17. Bang for buck, what you're getting is just unreal. And for people that need the camera and all of those cool like pro features, they're gonna go with the iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max. The only people that are gonna go with the iPhone Air are people that want that luxurious, that, you know, that premium look and feel of a phone. They want a really thin phone. They want a phone that looks incredibly premium. And in my opinion, the light gold delivers that feeling, look and feel the best across the board. And as for which one I'm personally keeping, I'm gonna go with the light gold for all of the reasons that I just mentioned. And at the end of the day, you can't really go wrong with any of these colors. It's not about which one's the best, it's about which one really speaks to you. And for me personally, it was the light gold, but to you, it might be the sky blue. Now, if you are interested in the 17 Pro or the 17 colors, I also have those videos on my channel. And if you appreciated this video and you thought it was beneficial, I would really appreciate a subscribe, a like, a comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, check out one of these two videos. Take care, stay blessed, peace.